Did you know that the Formula One track built by spending 100 million euros has been completely useless due to a small flaw? And the US wasted $17 billion for a megaproject that was never even used and remains completely useless till this day. And why a $1.3 billion airport was sold for just $12,000.
Airport that cost 1 billion euros to build has attracted a bid of just 10,000 euros.
And there is a capital city that was built for millions of people, but remains practically empty. Today, we will explore some of the most useless megaprojects in the world. Billions of dollars were spent to build them. Before we continue, make sure to like this video and subscribe to RTS Discovery. So let's begin. Number 5. Valencia Street Circuit. This is the track used in Formula One street racing, which used to be famous all over the world as Valencia Street Circuit. This track was built in just 1 year in the city of Valencia, Spain, by spending 100 million euros. At first glance, this racing track was very attractive to everyone, because not only it passed through the port of Valencia, rather, its 140-meter section was also built on a beautiful swing bridge. Seeing the advanced features of this track, Formula One announced to hold the European Grand Prix here for 7 years, which was to be from 2008 to 2014. Everyone was waiting for this event when Formula One racing will be held on this new track. But when the first race was held here in 2008, the whole truth came out. Racing drivers complained that the track was designed in such a way that there was no chance of overtaking. 11 left turns and 14 right turns were made in this track, but before the turn, the road was kept so straight that racing cars could run at a speed of 320 kilometers per hour. That is, turns in which racing cars get a chance to overtake each other. Drivers had to brake very hard on these turns, due to which many accidents were also reported here. Formula One, who booked the Valencia Street Circuit for 7 years, broke their agreement after only 5 years. And since then, this street circuit track looks like a haunted movie set. Broken light poles, broken fences, and wild bushes on the sides of the racing track, as well as years-old water filled in the underpass, are the proof that this mega project is completely useless. Number 4. Ciudad Real Central Airport, Spain. Spain is one of the prime travel destinations in Europe. Every year, 80 million tourists from all over the world come here, and all of them like to land in Madrid, the capital of Spain. But the problem was that the capacity of Madrid International Airport in the capital city of Spain is only 70 million, while the number of passengers arriving here is 80 million. Due to this problem, it was decided to build another airport. Ciudad Real Central Airport was built at a cost of $1.3 billion. The vision for this new airport was to make it an alternative to the already heavily overcrowded main airport in Madrid. So finally, it became operational in 2009. But now, due to the location of this project here, a new problem had emerged. While it was called the Central Airport, it wasn't central in any way as it was located 200 kilometers away from Madrid. This compounded problems as most of the passengers avoided traveling for hours to get to the remote location, and most big airlines preferred to carry out flight operations from the capital. Of course, no passenger liked to come here, but millions of dollars were spent every year to operate the airport itself. Unsurprisingly, it went into receivership and was put up for auction in 2013. But why will anyone buy this airport? After multiple auctions, the airport was finally sold in 2019.
A Spanish airport that cost 1 billion euros to build has attracted a bid of just 10,000 euros. Ciudad Real's La Mancha Airport opened in 2008, only to go bankrupt and close by 2012.
This airport, built by spending $1.3 billion, was auctioned for only $12,000. This billion-dollar mega project remains effectively useless for passengers around the world. Number 3. Interstate H-3 Highway, Hawaii. There is a city in the U.S. state of Hawaii known as Honolulu. The 26-kilometer-long Interstate H-3 passes through one of the most stunning landscapes in the world. It is so stunning that there were genuine concerns of motorists stopping and creating traffic hazards. However, the highway is as controversial as it is beautiful. It was first proposed in 1960, with defense considerations in mind, as the highway would connect the Pearl Harbor Naval Base on the south side to the Marine Corps Air Station on the east coast. The announcement of its construction was immediately met with resistance from environmental groups. This matter increased so much that the construction work of this highway was stopped for the next 26 years. 26 years later, the environmental hurdles were removed when the Congress exempted the project from environmental laws and cleared the way for construction to finally begin in 1989. After 8 years of construction, this highway was opened for the first time in 1997. Usually, roads are made by cutting mountains to make roads in such areas. But because by doing this, the beauty of the place was getting damaged, that's why the entire highway was built on the support of big pillars from the starting to the ending. Because of this, nothing else happened, but the cost of this project increased. The total cost of construction was $1.3 billion, which is about $50 million per kilometer, the most expensive cost per kilometer in the world. Even after waiting for 37 years and spending $1.3 billion, this highway is still not considered usable. Some believe that there is no direct route from this highway to downtown Honolulu. Then there's the case of Native Hawaiians, a majority of whom refuse to use the H-3 to this day. They consider it to be cursed, as many religiously significant cultural sites were destroyed during its completion. And this is the reason why this highway is rarely used. However, for certain Native groups, it remains useless. At least it isn't completely abandoned like the previous project on our list. Number 2. Ghost City. This is Yangon, which is the old capital city of Myanmar. Yangon is home to 7 million people. The city is said to have reached its infrastructural limits, and its population is set to double by 2050. Myanmar's former military leadership started building a new capital in secret in 2002. Their plan was to shift the capital city of Myanmar. Myanmar was not the first country in the world that wanted to change its capital city. Many countries, including Egypt, Brazil, and Pakistan, have done so in the past. In November 2005, Myanmar's leaders announced his decision to the public, which was named Naypyidaw, which literally means the king's residence. This new capital was built in the center of Myanmar away from the sea, which cost $4 billion to build. Naypyidaw seemingly has everything to attract visitors: a 20-lane highway, luxury hotels, shopping malls, golf courses, museums, and even a 99-meter tall replica of a landmark originally situated in Yangon. But there's one essential component that remains missing: the population. Yes, this new capital had everything but no people. The incredible 20-lane highway is practically empty. Traffic congestion is unheard of, and at times a single automobile is caught drifting along the tremendous road. The city has an airport that can handle 3.5 million passengers every year, but on a busy day, a dozen people will actually use it. The shopping malls are visited only by the diplomatic staff on weekends, while the hotel lobbies are mostly empty. So this entire city is presenting such a scene as if it is a ghost town. For now, it's arguably the world's strangest capital and remains useless for much of the country's population. Number 1. Yucca Mountain Nuclear Waste Repository. Nuclear waste isn't talked about as much as other environmental problems. However, if not stored properly, it can be deadlier than anything ever witnessed since the advent of civilization. As of now, nuclear waste is stored above ground near the power plants where it came from. The plan was to deposit the waste from all over the country in a tunnel complex about 300 meters under Yucca Mountain. This plan was good, but the people living in Nevada strongly opposed this idea of being the only nuclear dumping site of the whole country. Opponents believed that the site was unsuitable for a repository, as it runs the risk of contaminating a nearby water source. The water source flows into Amargosa Valley and is used by Native Americans who have lived in the area for centuries. By the time Barack Obama took office, the whole project had become highly politicized, and in 2010, the Obama administration deemed the project unworkable and stopped funding it. And the Biden administration has clearly stated that Yucca Mountain isn't a part of the country's plans anymore. Nevada seems to have won the battle after 4 decades. Decades of planning, legal troubles, and over $17 billion have gone into the Yucca Mountain project. But after all is said and done, it has never been used and remains a useless megaproject. So what do you think of these megaprojects? Let us know in the comments down below. And is Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion NEOM project really possible to build? What are the advantages and disadvantages of this design? And what impact will such a megaproject have on the rest of the world? I have explained this in detail in this video. You can click here to watch it. If you liked this video, you will definitely like that too. Thanks for watching.